Hello all and welcome to Ero Ps F2. I know, we're actually started on time, we can't believe it. But we are here for round 4, for the first time in 4 seasons, but 4 to 5 seasons, maybe even 6 possibly, I don't know, I haven't been here that long. It is the Dutch Grand Prix. We have returned to Netherlands. We've returned to Zandvoort, and because of that notorious occasion, we're doing a sprint as well. The first person on track, Cameron Dodd? It is Cameron Dodd. Now, I need you to preface this. He says he's a god, he's good at this track. He thinks he's the best on the game at this track. So if it's anything less than a win by 4 laps, then we are going to clown him immediately. Yeah, but no, he does like this track a lot, so we can hope for him. He'll get his first race win of the season. He was going for it. He was going to challenge his teammate Jericho Balgos, but he unfortunately had a spin. But I think he managed to climb it back up to P4, no, to P5 in the end, maybe. I think from memory. So yeah, you know what we're going to do. We're going to hide. No, we're not going to hide anything yet because he decided to brake. He's still not going yet. There is a rebel behind him that does need to slow down. He has turned on his ERS and he is going now. Is the Mercedes driver down this long back straight in Zandvoort to start turn 1 for the first lap in F2. Heading towards turn 1, braking just before the 50 meter board. Keeping a nice and tight line, deciding to not use any of the exit curb. Heading onto this tricky cascade of corners that is turn 2, 3 and 4. Being careful, not using any of the bank corner, that Ferrari getting out of his way as he's coming towards the end of sector 2. Taking some of the curb on both the left and right hander, braking just at the patch. Now heading towards tricky sector 2 of the lefts and the rights and back to the left. Liam Cross has had enough of this game already and he's gone off. We do hope, as I've kicked my controller, as he's now coming towards the exit. And he does have a car ahead of him weaving, so he does need to get out of the way, braking at the curb, taking a lot of curb, going down one more gear. The Red Bull does need to get out of the Mercedes driver's way, or he's going to actually give him a tow maybe. So now heading out the final corner, taking it nicely and well. What time is it going to be? It's going to be a 1:10.9. What can the do? It's 11.4 for Keen Hodgson. What about the Ferrari? Starting his outlap. Both Ferraris are starting their outlap. Next, I think, will be Susie. No, it won't be Susie. It'll be Susie's teammate Robson, who's just starting his lap. Then it will be the Haas of Joel. What time can he do? It's an 11.5. He goes P3. Next will be the Alpine of Astros. No, it'll be Astros' teammate Chips, and he goes P4 of 11.5. Then it's Jericho Balgos with a 10.4. Straight away, now it will be Susie. What time can Susie do? He goes P3 with 11.1. Next will be the McLaren of Bo Vanderberg. What time can he do? 1 minute 10. 10.9, he goes P2. Next will be Astros or Connor Ryan. Goes P8 with an 11.8. Next will be Adam Michalak. Got the win out in... He actually made a mistake, so I think I'm quickly gonna try and invite Liam Cross. Please give me 1 minute. There we go, he has been invited. Lucas Geraggio goes up into P7, Crystal goes up into P5, Komzaba goes up into P4. Then Ville goes up into P8, and I think, yeah, that's all the runs for now. Where we've got Snoken now starting his lap. And what about Adam Michalak? He's found 9 seconds. There's a 24/7 split. That goes terribly wide in that left-hander. So that has cost him some time, and he's backed out of it. He's not happy with it, and he's backed out. I think he's backed out. Or is he still going for it? I think he's carrying on. We'll find out as he heads out if he goes into the pit lane or not. He's heading into the pit lane. He's had enough. He didn't want to finish the lap. We'll go on to the Merc. I think they're all heading off into the pit lane. Yes, they are. They're all... So we'll wait for someone to come out of the pit lane, because everyone else is on their end laps, I believe. As my bad, we do have Fihalek, part of the JML esports team. He is going to start his lap in the Williams. Now then, I'll quickly just double check on what pole splits are. 24.6, 24.4, 21.3. So he needs to be at 24.6 first sector if he wants to try and get pole. Does seem pretty clean first sector, but I don't know if will be enough to challenge for pole. As I missed that completely, Snowcon's gone up into P2. With 1 minute 10.8. That's a great lap by Otto. Now then, heading, someone's taken out the 100-meter board there, but it's fine. Does not take any curb. Heading onto this left-hander. Taking it nice and tidy. What time split is it going to be? It's going to be a 49.7. I think he's heading on to about a high 10, maybe low 11, which would put him around the P3 to P8 area. So heading around the final corner. What time is it going to be for Fihalek in the Williams? His teammate, he doesn't actually have a teammate. See, 1 minute 10, 1 minute 11.3 goes into P10. Joe Vandenberg is also starting his lap. But he's backed out of it. He may be on used tyres. Maybe that's any point on used tyres. It's now the furthest car. It is going to be Bo Vandenberg. So we will ride on with Bo Vandenberg. He needs to find half a second to challenge Jericho Balgos. What I'm guessing is a bad lap for him. Or a provisional banker lap for Jericho Balgos. That is how quick he is. He doesn't have the challengers like Aldrich and Bashin now stopping him for the F2 title. So it is up to him just to get it done. And he's... Bo Vandenberg hasn't turned on the DRS or ERS. So he's going for another lap, or has he just forgot to turn it on? That's weird. We are going to cut to Cameron Dunn though. He does have it on. As we will see, braking just before the... Down into fourth, just before the 50-meter board. Down into fourth. Taking a lot of curve, or running wide there a bit, but he does take a tight line. Keeping it into third, then shortening it up to fifth. Let's see, is the Mercedes driver up on his lap time? He needs to find 1600 if he wants to beat Bo's time. But he's not, he's down by 40, under half a tenth. He has it all to do in this second and final sector. Down into fourth. And up into fifth. Back down into fourth. Oh, he's had a moment and he spun. That is a costly moment, so we are going to go on to Prime Vilzu, who is just behind him. Let's see, is Villa up on his lap time? He is, he's up by 2 tenths. It will be enough to leapfrog. I think it will leapfrog Komenzaba. So he's looking at P5 at the moment in time. He needs to find a little bit more time if he wants to get into the 1 minute 10s. And let's see now Villa taking a tight line. What time will it be? It will be a 1 minute 10.11. He's 9 thousandths of Komenzaba's lap time. He's just starting his lap time now. We're looking at one of the Alpines of Astros across the line. It's P8, P9 from 11.2. Then it's both Red Bulls. Keen Hodgson first. 1 minute 11.2. But it's Lucas Jaraja just starting his lap time. As this is Red Bull teammate getting out of his way nice and quickly. Komenzaba now coming. No, that's not Komenzaba. That's Komenzaba's teammate Joel. Also starting his lap. Robson now. Also at the start of his lap. Susie at the start of his lap. So we are going to cut to Cameron Donald. I think he's gone for a second lap. I'm not sure though. What about Adam Michalak? He's starting his lap once again. Everyone is starting their lap time here. I can't quite catch it. But Komenzaba is not starting his lap time. He's on the end of his lap time. What time can he do? 1 minute 10. 10.8. He goes into provisionally P2. 11 hundredths ahead of Snowken. Bo Vandenberg is also starting up. Susie is out of the race. He may have made contact with Joel. He has made contact with Joel. As Joel gets a 5-place grid penalty because he was stricken Alfa Romeo or Theo Smith. As that is probably going to put off Adam Michalak. He now goes down into third. I think that's a Ferrari of Crystal. Let's see, does Joel have a front wing? Joel does not have a front wing, so that's almost certainly going to get reported by Theo Smith. As we will look at Michalak starting his lap time. We'll go back onto Adam Michalak. Let's see what time is he going to do. It's going to be a 1 minute 10.8. He goes into P4. We have 3 drivers on a 1 minute 10.8. As Bo Vandenberg does go into the pit lane. Komenzaba now I think he's going to go into the pit lane. Yes, he does. So we will look at Liam Cross, who's able to join back into the lobby. And we will watch him. No, he's not. He's going back into the pit lane. So the Alpino Loki, is he going to be on a lap? I think he is going to be on a lap. 1 minute 11.1. He goes into P10. As Michalak is 2 temps up, it's a 49.5 middle split. It is going to be an 11.1, which is only going to leapfrog him maybe up to P10. So he does need to find more time, but he's invalidated. He invalidated. So that has ruined his lap time. So we will go on to Jericho Balgos in the middle sector. He took a haul of points. Well, the maximum you can get in Ero, we get a pole position is equal to 1 point. Fastest lap is equal to 1 point. And the race win is 25 points. So at a maximum of 27, Jericho Balgos got 27 points. I think from memory, I'm not sure though. As he is coming around to start his lap, is the Mercedes driver. Into 4th. Keeping nice and tight. Yeah, that's good. Down into 3rd. You can see here the tyres locking up. As that is nice and clean. The question is though, will he be up on his lap time or not? Let's see, coming towards the sector line. He is. He's up by half a tenth. A 24.559 middle split. And he uses all the curb on the exit. Down into 4th. As he does that take corner very nicely. The question is though, is he going to be up on his lap time still? Yes, he is. He's found another half a tenth. He's a 10th up on his lap time. At the minute, it's going to be a 3.90. So can he find any more time in this middle final sector? It's a good final corner though. Has he found any more time, Jericho Balgos? Coming across the line with the XVER man. Yes, he does. It's at 1 minute 10.317. He's up on pole by more than half a second, but it's Joel in the wall. As he's beached the wall, he has beached it. He is allowed to reset the track. If he is beached, and he is quite clearly beached. Nobody, he's retired. So we do need to hope it doesn't mess up on anyone's lap, because we are going to go on to Cameron Don. And he doesn't lock up going into turn 1. And so it was a 24.559 for Joko Balgos. It's a 24.703 for Cameron Don. He's lost 2 temps in the first sector, and he's lost all of it as he spun. He's bottled it as we're down to the last 2 minutes of qualifying. So people are now coming out for their final runs in qualifying ahead of a 12-lap sprint. As I think Joko Balgos is trying to save his ERS to go again for another lap. But he does have the Alfa Romeo behind him of Robson, who was on a lap. So that is an outrageous block by Joko Balgos. He may get a penalty for that, but it will go down to the stewards as Robson does a 10.8. Even with that block, Joko Balgos now takes another lap to try and save ERS, I think. He does need to now try and get out of people's way. Cameron Don starting another lap as he goes very wide into that corner, as he's going to get a little tow from Joko Balgos' team, but I don't think that's going to help him. Yeah, he's a 10th down, heading into the corner where he lost it last time, and he's kept it. Vilsi goes up, and there's someone in the wall. That's Adam Michalak. Adam Michalak went spearing into the wall, as we can see there. As Liam Cross does go wide. As Nokenbo, his teammate, is going to start his lap. What about Bo Vanderberg also starting his lap? That's Crystal. What about... As the Villa does go into the pits, that is the end of his qualifying session. As now Liam Cross comes up to the line. What time can he do? 1 minute 10, 1 minute 11, and 1 minute 11.7, which keeps him P17. Astros now is 2 seconds down. That's the end of his qualifying. What about Keen Hodgson? Can he improve any more to get ahead of P13? 1 minute 8, 1 minute 9, 1 minute 10, 1 minute 10, 1 minute 11 flat. He goes P9 ahead of his teammate, about 4,000, who's binned it into a wall. As other Williams goes past him at Fihalek. What time can he do? 1 minute 9, 1 minute 10, 1 minute 10 flat. He goes P12. Next will be Otto. He needs to find 3,000. See if he's found 2 temps actually. What time is it going to be? 1 minute 10.6. He goes P2. What about Bo Vanderberg? Bo Vanderberg goes P3. Next will be Crystal, who cannot beat P11. Next will be Loki, he is down. He needs to find more time. Let's see, can he get into the 1 minute 10s? 1 minute 10, 1 minute 11.1, he hasn't found the time. I mean, if we take away Joko Balgos, who probably should be in F1 if he doesn't use line, and Liam Cross, who should be in F3. The grid is split from P2 to P15 by 6 tenths. In fact, from P4, that's a voice crack, P4 to P7 is split by just over half a tenth. With P4 to P, it's split by 1.5. And then P9 to P12 is split by 97 hundredths. And then P13 to P15 is split by like another half a tenth. As we're going to do a run out for you now. Joker Balgos in P1 with a 10.3. Next we have Otto Sonnelind in P2 with a 10.6. Then we Bo Vanderberg, Robson, Vila, Kummensarber, Adam Michalak, Japan. Last time out he won in Japan. Then we have Cameron Don, Keen Hodgson, sorry, not Luke Jobson. Keen Hodgson, Lucas Jaraja, Jean Goring, Fihalek, Chibukum, Theo Smith, Connor Ryan, Joel, and Liam Cross, with Joel getting a 5-place grid penalty for his collision with Theo Smith. As it is a cloudy Zandvoort here over the Zandvoort circuit, as we are looking at the Paddock Club, who are immersed in the action, standing just above the pit lane, as they're waiting for the drivers to pick what tyres and what strategy they're going to use. As it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go for the Dutch Grand Prix spin. Snowkin starting on the front wheel, gets a very good start considering he's on the softs. Joe Cabalgos goes over to cover him off. Is there going to be a collision? No, there isn't. Let's go. Oh my god, there's a Red Bull sending it in Narnia. There's a Red Bull sending it on the other Red Bull and AlphaTauri, and he makes up the positions. I think that was Lucas Jaraja by the looks of it. Adam Michalak is battling Cameron on. It's 3 wide going around the back corner of turn 4. Merc, Red Bull, Ferrari. As Susie gets a bit of a tank slap, he's going side by side with the Red Bull Keen Hodgson. Can he make the move stick? No, he can't. Keen Hodgson keeps the place. As Adam Michalak. No, but I tell you what, Villa is pushing on the back of Robson. He's trying to go around the outside, but he can't get a stick. Maybe he'll make a stick for this corner. He's using his overtake button. Is he going to go down the inside of this corner? No, he's not. As the preferred predicted principal strategy is going to be mediums or hards. I think there are people on the soft compound tyres, and there is. Both Aston Martins are doing an Aston Martin strategy and deciding, you know, it's F1, but we're going to be different. Just like in the F123, on their 2023 cars when they actually have colour on it. They've gone with the soft compound tyres. Everyone else has gone on the medium compound tyres. And Susie now has a bit of a tank stop and has lost him all the positions. In fact, he's gone down to last. So it's not good. This order though is now Joel gets ahead. And I'll tell you what, Liam Cross is making a reason why he deserves to not be in F3 here. Making up 1 position. Oh wait, no, never mind. He's lost it immediately. No, he hasn't. Never mind. But Lukey Chips now getting ahead of Joel. As interestingly, Joe Cabalgos is still ahead of Snowkin, even though he's on the harder compound tyres. As now he does go side by side Vila. He tried to do that before. It has been a bit of contact, but this allows Adam Michalak to go down the inside. No, it doesn't. But Vila has used half his battery to try and overtake Robson. We know how good Robson is at defending, but he may not be as good at it as he is as the fact behind this. For Lucas Jaraja has made a... Is now... Oh my god, what on earth is going on? It was almost 3 wide there and going to turn 1, but it's only 2 wide. Lukey Chips staying ahead of Villa, and because Josh... No, Joel! Ah! And because Joel was pushed that wide, that's allowed Liam to go down the inside of the corner, but we have the outside for that bank turn 4, and he's made the position stick, you know. Well, for now, and yes, now he does. As Lucas retired from the session in the pit lane. And Liam Cross, using his tyres, makes the position. Actually, interestingly, Robson is out of the DRS. So it's going to be that much harder to defend from Vila and Adam Michalak. Mind you, there's a train from P4 to P11. As I say, another yellow flag. It's for Liam Cross. As he lost the front wing. It doesn't look like it. He just looked like he had a bit of a moment. And now Joel Vanderberg and Fialek are battling. As actually Fialek goes into the pit lane. Did he actually have contact with Liam Cross? As Villa is still not ahead of Ero Michalak. I don't know how I've had 12 hours of sleep and I'm still yawning. As now Villa is looking to probably make the move on this little straight. You can see how close he gets to Rob Zombie. He's all of his ERS. And he doesn't have the wings. He's not quick enough in a straight line. But the question is, will Snowken make the move stick? Oh my god, I can't believe this. Let's see, Otto. I think this is the highest he's been all season. He's got the fastest lap. He's gaining on the Merc driver. He's going to look down the inside, but Jacob Algos covers him off. As actually Adam Michalak gets ahead of Vilzu. As Joel has made another mistake. As Liam does go into the pit lane. Doesn't bottle it like he did in Spain. And he does retire from the session in the pit lane. Maybe it could be underbody or wing damage, something that you can't change in the game. But Snowken's tyres will be something. They will have a lot more wear than all the medium runners. So he needs to try and get ahead of Joko Balgos to maybe try and cover off him losing many positions. As I tell you what's about losing positions, it's Villa. He's lost 2 positions now to both Common Zaba and Adam Michalak. Now does Adam Michalak go for the move on Robson? Let's see, Adam Michalak's gaining. And he does make the position on Robson. As now Fialek gets ahead, or loses the position, sorry, to Susie. I think just like in F1 rules, F1 point system, for the sprint, I think points are awarded from 1st to 8th, so P1 gets 8 points, P2 gets 7 points, and so on, to P7 getting 2 points, and P8 getting 1 point. As you can see, the gap has gotten a lot further between Joko Balgos and Snowken. The tyre difference is coming on about now. Snowken does need a safety car to make sure his tyres can go to the end. As there's now 2 seconds of a gap between the top 3 and 4th position. Common Zab is now on the back of Robson. He could even gain the position on Robson. Let's see, he's using the ERS. Is the Haas driver. His teammate's DNF from a sprint. What can he do? Can he gain the position? No, he's not. He can't. He can't gain the position on Robson. In fact, Robson is looking to try and make the move on Adam Michalak. As we're down to the final 5 laps. As Fialek does get a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I'm guessing he's going to retire. Because in fact Bo is on the back of Snowken. In fact Snowken's almost lost DRS. So I think it'll be this lap he will lose DRS. He is using his battery now to make sure he does try and get within the gap.